Well, welcome back to our AWS networking course. Today we are going to see an important topic called AWS Direct Connect. As the corporate companies are using this Direct Connect more and more, we are going to concentrate the setup and more about the configuration. Okay, so what do you mean by Direct Connect? Let us assume we have two LAN interconnect each other through a switch. So there you will get 1 Gbps speed or 10 Gbps speed like that. So is it possible to achieve 1 Gbps speed and 10 Gbps speed over the internet? Yes. So if my corporate company branches are located in different place, and if they want, they're using that AWS services, if they want to interconnect each other, we can use this AWS Direct Connect method, where we can access the AWS data center from our on-premises data center with a high-speed dedicated link. And it's a private link given by AWS through their trusted providers, and we can achieve high throughput. So we have so many advantages with Direct Connect facility. As you see in the documentation, it says AWS Direct Connect gives a dedicated connectivity from your on-premises data center to AWS data center. So what is the need of this Direct Connect? So suppose if I am planning to migrate all my services to AWS, in one day it is not possible. So if I want to migrate this thing, then I can use this Direct Connect method for migrating the services. So the migration also will go fast. So all my network slowly I can migrate to AWS. So Direct Connect will help me to get a high speed link where I can connect to my services hosted in AWS and my services available in the on-premises DC with a high speed connectivity. Okay, and using this Direct Connect method, you can access the services of public like Amazon, S3, Glacier, etc. And the private services also you can access. So we are going to see the detailed information about the Direct Connect. So this is the infrastructure diagram. So this is AWS data center. This is our data center, where the Direct Connect come into the picture. From their data center to on-premises data center, they will provide a dedicated lease line circuit based on the speed what you need, like 1 Gbps, 10 Gbps and all. So in each region, there are different types of service providers. So Amazon have contact with them, and they are giving the high-speed link with the device terminated at your end. So let us take, this is the Amazon data center connectivity point, where your connectivity will be terminated, and Amazon AWS data center also has been terminated here. So here there are providers, they are offering high speed link which they allow you to connect to AWS. So we no need to bother about which provider and all. So AWS will take care of that. So only thing is you need to order the connection, and based on the availability and which location and which service provider is available, just you need to choose that. Okay, so I'm going to show the practical things for the Direct Connect, how a customer is connecting to AWS data center through the dedicated link called Direct Connect config. So after establishing the Direct Connect link, my subnets can talk to AWS services with a private subnet securely. So this Direct Connect facility, if you see here, it is interconnecting your other data center as well to the AWS. Okay. So it has a very good advantage that you can use the facility called pay as you go. So how much resource you are using, uh, for that much only you need to pay the money. So most of the corporate companies are using this direct connect facility. The pricing details are given here. And there are two method of connection: dedicated connection and hosted connection. You can Google it for more information about dedicated and hosted. Let me give brief details about that. Dedicated connection is a dedicated circuit is only given for you. And hosted connection means it's a virtual circuit again. It is shared among many customers, and one will be available for you. Okay. Now I'm going to show the practical how to configure the direct connect. First of all, you need to get the connectivity first from the AWS by going to the AWS console. Just go to the services, type direct connect. It will take you to the direct connect services. Now you need to create. This and all has been created for testing. Let's go ahead and create a connection. So here two options are given: classic connection and connection wizard. I'm going to use the default one. For example, Mumbai, India. Let me select. I want to establish the connectivity from on-premises data center to Mumbai AWS data center. Let us see the available services. Mumbai. Let me select this one and the speed what I need. Then the additional settings you can configure here. Just click on create connection. Additionally, you have to specify the provider as well. So they will review a request and approve. So once the connection is created, you can go ahead and configure the virtual interface, VIF. What do you mean by virtual interface? So virtual interface is nothing but you want to establish the connectivity between your on-premises data center to Amazon data center. So this allows you to communicate the subnets with VLANs with a 802.1q trunking method. Okay. So I want to connect to my AWS data center and I want to advertise my VLANs to the AWS DC. So if my services are private, then I will create a private interface. If my services are public, like S3 related, then I will create a public interface. Then I will do the required changes to control the traffic flow. So in my example, I am going to create a private one. Here it says a private virtual interface should be used to access an Amazon VPS using the private IP addresses only. If you go with the public, then with IPv4 public IP address, you can access to the service. Also, the transit gateway facility is available. Let us concentrate on this one. Okay. Now let me select the connection available here. Since I have requested for the connection earlier, that was not approved. That's why it is not listing there. So for our lab practice, I'm giving on dummy connection here. Then I have to specify from where to where I have to establish the connectivity. So whether your virtual interface is in your own account or not, I have to specify. If it is another AWS account, I have to specify the account ID. Okay. Now let me specify the account ID which I am holding. Now, then the gateway type they are asking, the direct connect gateway, the recommended one we are selecting. Then here is asking for direct connect gateway name. Already I have created a direct connect gateway. Let me duplicate the console. So if you want to create a direct connect gateway, click on direct connect gateway. Connection 1. Then specify the Amazon side ASN number. So the ASN PGP routing, you can go through the networking concept by Googling it. So private ASN I'm going to give. Okay. So you can create the gateway with that method. I'm selecting the gateway. Then the VLAN information you have to provide here. Which VLAN you want to advertise here. Then the BGP configuration you have to mention. Okay. Now I'm going to advertise my IPv4 setting. So here it asks for that your router peer IP and Amazon router peer IP. I'm going to give the required details for that VPC subnet where my peer IP is sitting and Amazon router peer IP is located. Now let me give. The PGP authentication string, which you can take it from your on-premises router, where you want to establish the secure PGP routing. And if you want to go with the support of Jumbo frame, we support 9,000 MTU size. You can go with the higher packet size range. Okay. Then let us go and click on create virtual interface. So once you create a virtual interface for the private connection, it will appear like this. Then you can go out and configure the remaining things at the on-premises end. You have to get the connection from the provider and take advice from them and do the needful configuration at their end. So more information about direct connect, you can go through the AWS documentation, and there are cross support technology with transit gateways and virtual private gateways where we can integrate our VPN connectivity, then transit gateway connectivity, also the on-premises with DX, nothing but a direct connect link connectivity. All we can bring into one central infrastructure. I would like to explain the LAG concept. So what do you mean by link aggregation, logical interface aggregation? We can combine several physical connection and make it to one. There is nothing but bundling. So in networking, it is called port channeling. If you go to create a LAG and specify the number of connection name, which you have already, you can combine them and go for availing the higher bandwidth. For example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connection. So I can combine this and make it to 5 Gbps link logically. So like that number of connection I can select. Then the criteria I can give. The way you can avail the port channeling method. with LEG concept. So there are so many things in the direct connect. You can explore the thing. And if you have any doubts or any troubleshooting assistance required, please leave a comment here. Thank you so much for watching this video.